August 1st, I started with parks and or buildings and grounds, and I worked at night from 4 to midnight. August 1st, I think, was like a Wednesday or Thursday. I don't remember for sure. Worked my first half of my day, and then I left the city building on my dinner break and went over to my parents' house. They lived on Logan and 21st Street. While I was over there for dinner break is when the rain started, and it just started dumping and dumping and dumping. And so my hour dinner break, by the end of my 1 hour, you couldn't even drive down the roads anymore. It was flowing that fast. So needless to say, I never made it back to the city building after my dinner break. So we just waited it out at my parents' house, and of course it got worse and got worse and got worse. At that time, I lived where Central and Warren and Pershing are, which is the current Pando Park. Perfect place for a drainage pond now, because I lived in the basement apartment. At that time there was a dentist office and a lawyer's office there, and I lived in the basement apartment of that same corner. So my brother had taken me back to my apartment. He had a 4-wheel drive truck, and just dropping down the hill from Logan down into the Holiday Basin, you couldn't make it. The hail, you hear about the hail on the Pershing Converse area, but the hail along the Holiday Basin was pretty bad too. Anyway, we could never make it through the Maury intersection area because of the hail. So we turned around, went back to my parents' house, and spent the night there. And then the next day, which would have been like a Friday, or we made it back to my apartment, where, of course, I found my front door was still hinged and locked, but the entire door and door jamb and screen door were all inside my living room, just floating. And the people in the area said that stairwell just filled full of water, filled full of hail, and then finally the pressure of the water just blew out the entire door and door jamb and everything, and just took out my whole apartment at that time. And after talking to people and seeing what happened, and in different rainstorms when I was home in that area, you could see where there was a storm sewer that came down Central Avenue to Pershing, and it was like a 21-inch storm sewer, and it bottlenecked into a 15-inch storm sewer. And when it built up all that pressure, it pops the manhole cover, and then all that storm water came out of the manhole, and I actually found the manhole cover in my kitchen. The least resistance for that manhole cover came right through my kitchen window, crashed down on the sink, and then fell on the floor. And that's what happened here, is that flood. After the next day, when I could get there and see what was going on, I actually found that manhole cover in my kitchen. So we, I had probably chest deep water in there. Everything's floating and turned around and flipped over and just pretty much destroyed. So we kind of grabbed what we could. We filled up 3 or 4 garbage bags full of stuff that we could get, and pretty much walked out the door. And we did go back the next day and kind of grab some furniture that was kind of okay. It wasn't quite waterlogged, just some old antique type furniture, but recliners and couches and beds and all that kind of stuff, we just left it, walked away.